I need to know if you'll give me a second chance. They don't come around often, but please, you know I can't stand it when you don't talk to me. When you don't talk to me, yeah. There's something inside, yeah, there's something inside that brings me back to you, yeah. No, I can't hide it, no, I can't hide it anymore. Seem to get you off my mind, and I know it's true, and I'll say this to you, I want you back. There's something inside, yeah, there's something inside that brings me back to you, yeah. No, I can't hide it, no, I can't hide it anymore. Something inside, yeah, there's something inside that brings me back to you, yeah. No, I can't hide it, no, I can't hide it anymore.
Can we ride in this moment? Can we ride? Yeah. Nothing's stopping us tonight. No, not a single bright light in our sight, in our way, in our way. I'll be your passenger. You lead the way. You lead the way. I'll let you take me. When I'm feeling something, when I need to feel that breeze rush your feeling. Not a single tear. I'll be your passenger. You lead the way.
I can't believe the night lay waste to all we'd given. But honestly, you've gotta know that this ain't living. But we could run from Elysium and let it burn, let it burn. You've gotta know that nothing lasts forever. I can't believe myself. I never thought that this would be our end, but it's nothing new. And my lover's honesty, I can push it back down if I have to. If you want me to, 'cause we can run. The stars they fall all for you. So tell me now, what's left to lose if we run? Till I get up, time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. See the horizon, turn us to thousands, and we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands, and on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays, and
also misery, it's no mystery. And you and I, we got history, yeah. Wherever love flows, there is also tragedy. When we're in too deep, and you and I, we got history, yeah. Go look in the mirror, say, hey, I'm sorry for all the pain. I'm sorry for all the pain. Go look in the mirror, say, hey, I'm sorry for all the pain. I'm sorry for all the pain. Go look in the mirror, say, hey, I'm sorry for all the pain. I'm sorry for all the pain. My love, it grows with the memories like a symphony. And you and I, we got history, yeah. And when you're alone, do you say my name or you say her name? Yeah. My love, it grows with the memories like a symphony. And you and I, we got history, yeah. Wherever love flows, there is also tragedy. When we're in too deep, and you and I, we got history, yeah.
I give in to the lesser fight. My body aches to be satisfied. My weakness comes and goes. My weakness comes and goes. I'm reaching out for the easy high. Please fortify this strength of mine. My weakness comes and goes. My weakness comes and goes. satisfied. My weakness comes and goes.
Bet. Made for live betting.
Welcome back, everybody, as we are starting up another day of the UCC Summer Smash. It is going to be, of course, the playoffs match. Well, the first quarterfinals of the playoffs are actually the third quarterfinals of the playoffs match, and the first stage of those quarterfinals, of course, starting off Nemiga versus Nordavind today, a best of 3. Battling it on Inferno, Overpass, and Vertigo. It is going to be a glorious battle indeed. But before we go into the mushy details, of course, I'm not alone in this great day. It's going to be my good friend and co-caster Kieran joining me. And I have to say, Kieran, Nemiga Nordavind, this is a best of 3 that you would usually answer with a very simple answer. It's Nordavind winning. But Nemiga, I mean, they came this far. Can they go longer, or more so, further?
Yeah, both teams have looked really solid, to be fair, coming into the playoff bracket. Obviously, Nordavind having a little bit more of a surprising come up through those playoffs. Made it 3-0, if we remember correctly. Having a either 3-0 or 3-1 anyway, and had a very solid progression through those playoffs. Nemiga have looked pretty hot as well, and have had a solid come up through the group stage. Obviously, they made it 3-2, rather than... you know, cleaner, but they're here. They deserve a place. They're going to be competing for that semi-final. And yeah, Nordavind, they've surprised me, obviously, with the fact that Red Faction, when he first moved to the side, didn't particularly look as strong as he did in No Chance. He was very quiet for the first season that we saw them, back in Loot Bet Season 2. But this new event, when they've come into Summer Smash, they've actually performed way better than I imagined. So... this series is going to be not only very close, but should be a good one as well, considering that the maps really cater to both of these teams. Nemiga and Nordavind proven on Inferno. Nordavind, pretty solid map on Overpass. Nemiga can play it themselves. And Vertigo, we've seen both sides get 16, 8 or less victories. So this is going to be a really set... I think it should go to 3 maps.
Yeah, I have to agree there that if Inferno does end up with Nemiga winning, then I easily see 3 maps, no problem. Whilst Inferno, for me, is going to be the wild card here in this map pool, at least. As, you know, Nordavind, they've only got, what, 5 games played on official matches on Inferno, but they've still achieved 80% victory as a whole, and that's something you can't deny. And as you look at the statistics of Nordavind from the past in this tournament, they've been pretty much crystal clear that they want to go straight to the finals. But as you said, though, Inferno, it is a map that Nemiga picked, it is a map that Nemiga play, and it is going to be a map that they will start on the T side of the pistol. The first half is starting up, and it's going to be Tensky with Dualis. I kind of like that. Not perhaps the best weapon to go peak mid, though, but still, Nemiga. Let's see what they've cooked up for us this time. Is house control being established. 3 players towards balcony by the looks of it. And of course, Ready Faction just kind of lingering there, trying to make sure he has a little bit of information going his way, trying to hear where the players might be. It's fair to say that this still could end up being a B strike, but 3 players from Nordavind holding that position. They're smart to the fact that they want to play safe. They can't retake B on pistol. They rather play it with 3 players there and make sure it's defended.
Yeah, there's definitely a nice setup. Obviously, with Nemiga in their pistol round, like you said, there's a lot of uncertainty with pistols. But it does look eventually like it's going to be more of an apartments take, diving out of balcony. And a faction does seem a little prepared, and like you say, Tensky on those dualies can begin to get that spam down, and it's already going to work for him. Lands himself an initial kill. Red faction to trade in return. MDS to find at least a frag onto that T side. But still Lollipop as he shuts down Red faction in pit. That's now A site control established. Bomb is still stuck in the little pit for now, which is going to be a hard task to get out of, especially now that Lollipop is dead. And into this 3 versus 2 with 30 seconds just gone, this is going to take a lot out of Nemiga to be able to find this round. Not only are they a man down, but with Box on 25 points of health as well, they have been able to achieve that bomb plant. At least that's something going into the next round they can feel successful about. But this retake going to be very hard for Nemiga to hold off, with already Holzerk spotting the first man and should know where the second is. MDS with the dualies, though, able to find at least the first. Damages the second as well. Croman down to 52, and this is making life very difficult for the CT side, but Holzerk able to refrag back into a 1 versus 1. MDS with the dualies. Oh, he gets the lineup, forces him off the defuse. Time is ticking, and as long as he baits it, oh my god. MDS with the 4K. The dualies pay off for them, and Nordavind, that was a very up and down roller coaster ride of a pistol.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It was a little bit shaky here and there. Nemiga certainly getting a lot of headway, getting onto the side as well. It started to look dangerous at one point in time. Once they were able to cross short, and if MDS wouldn't have, or excuse me, not MDS, but in this case, Croman wouldn't have gotten the kill, it would have been problematic. It would have been a 1-on-2 after plant position, and it would limit his capabilities of retaking it. But it's safe to say, it goes the way it's supposed to. MDS will be winning the round, and Nemiga will be taking it. So, Nordavind, let's see how this one is played off. They've invested everything they have. Deagles, we've got a few smokes here and there. A CZ as well. No kit, but fair enough. Holzerk is saving up for the op. Holzerk going to be smoked off. There should be flashes flying in. Nemiga have to be careful. If they decide to push here, they'll be hitting into 3 players once more, and that will complicate matters. Minute left on the clock though. Nemiga, they hit A last time. They might try it again. They certainly will succeed in going through long, as the weapons they have will help them a little bit easier. So we'll make it a little bit easier for them to engage against any sort of pistol they might find. I like the slowdown though. 45 seconds and counting. Holzerk patiently in library. He's got himself the deagle. So he's going to be just looking for a snap and hit and run, I guess you could say. There it is. Connects to the box. Not exactly too crucial, but okay. That's a little bit better. The pop flash from Tensky will make it work, and it's going to be Robo to fall. That's the entry. Now Nemiga. They're in jar of trouble. 20 seconds. They have to go.
Especially with Lollipop not being able to find Tensky inside of that smoke. Luckily, Jo is able to take him down, but still 2 players on this site to contend with, and look at the HP. Croman, as he shuts down MDS, this gets so difficult now. As Holzerk to trade in return. Luckily, that bomb to be planted, but it's down to Lollipop, and there it is. Nordavind, they find themselves a return round instantly to put a first on the board. Nemiga, that was a very slow round. We've seen that a lot from them in the past, where they've ran out of time, forced the round essentially to be lost by their own mistakes, and that's not going to help early. That will see them down to an eco for this round to be able to buy in the next, and that's Nordavind already grabbing themselves a first round. They snatch away a couple of the rifles, an AK or 2 on that CT side. That's already going to greatly benefit them. Can buy all the utility, make sure they have some defuse kits. And that's a perfect start for Nordavind to be able to trade the round instantly, force Nemiga back down to pistols, and on that CT side, they can now look to take the lead.
Yeah, certainly they can build themselves back up. After losing the pistol, this could help them. You know, it could certainly give them a chance to start getting that bank up, to really rise in the sky and get yourself economically stable. Make sure that even if you might lose a round in the coming, or in the few coming their way, they will still be able to rebuy, reinvest, contend, and put an end to a progression for Nemiga. But I love the fact Nemiga, though, go slowly. They buy themselves a few pistols. They've got the flashbang on box, and it's going to be a B take. They're going to try and hit it fast, quick and fast, trying to get the bomb down if possible. Croman, 1 minute mark smoke. It's pretty standard stuff. You never want to throw the smoke before the 1 minute mark, because it just kind of wastes away too soon. And here we go. Pop flash across. It works. Croman, he pulls into first, and from Runes, it's going to be, of course, Rubino holding, but oh, great crossfire, as the UMP and the M4 will make short work of the unarmored opponents, and without helmets or anything of the like, it's going to be very hard to do anything. Nice try by MDS, though. He did sneak in through Ruins, so he's able to get himself 1, but Nordavind calmly and safely secured 2-1. That's how you would expect it to go. Nemiga, though, another eco by the looks of it, perhaps.
Looks like it, yeah. Not going to fully commit to the... Oh, okay, never mind. Couple of MAC-10s coming in, an AK by Lollipop. Seems like a last-minute decision to full invest. That could have actually seen Jo onto an AK as well. But unfortunately, not going to be able to afford it. They do have a couple of rifles in return. Robbo should be able to get himself one with the Kevlar as well, but decent start out of Nordavind, like you said, to be able to ensure that that first and second round now go into their favor. This is the one that, if they can win it, will start to put a little bit of uncertainty into Nemiga's early game.
Yeah.
That would have them down on an eco, and that'd be great for Nordavind. But up to now, it is going to see Nemiga at least being able to purchase, and especially considering they've got themselves some AKs, they can definitely challenge Robbo getting one of his own as well, so it's actually not too bad of a buy round. I think Jo might have been a little bit miscoordinated. I think he could have purchased an AK himself.
Yeah.
With the money that he had, if he'd have sacrificed the Mac 10, he was basically nearly there. So that's a little unfortunate, but the Mac 10's surely gonna either rush through apps, get out of balcony, or straight down banana, one of the two, to find a couple of early kills. We've seen Jo do that in the past as well, so we know he's capable of it. It's just a little unfortunate that he can't guarantee an AK, but
Yeah.
even so, they should be okay, especially because the CTs haven't yet brought out that AWP. So they're not going to be peeking angles like top mid straight away and car at banana, or barrels as it is now. So they'll be a little safe. But even so, if Nemiga can take away this round, that'd give them a really solid lead on the CT side before Nemiga can force a buy round again, and that's going to be at least 4 or 5 in the favor of Nordavind. So yeah, they can get a solid start just by winning these next couple of rounds.
Yeah, I mean, obviously this is quite crucial right now. As you said, Jo making the mistake of buying utility before anything else. I believe he thought this might be another eco. That's why he went with Kevlar and just utilities. He still had about 2,500 left after he bought that. So I was like, damn, did you just make a mistake and buy too much, and you wanted to actually go for a full buy after you realized? But yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a hindrance to Mech 10s. It's gonna, of course, make it a little bit harder to try and take mid or app. Or more so, apps will be easier to take, and banana might be as well in this kind of, or in certain scenarios. But overall, you certainly would have wanted to have another AK. But as you said, Nordavind, they're currently on the verge of being able to break Nemiga completely. This will be now the 3rd round Nemiga lose, so that's up to $2,400 loss bonus. Or no, excuse me, 2,500, no, 400, yeah, 400. Damn, sometimes math is hard. As I was saying, and Nemiga will be having to eco next. So that's obviously going to be a bit complicated in itself. But overall, it should propel Nordavind onto a comfortable beginning from where they can really start to, just outshine everybody. By the way, off topic, I mean, not really off topic in terms of anything, but the Twitch, apparently the Twitch Central is having issues, and the streams are not working as they're supposed to. They lag, they're being DDoSed or something of the like, and the game is paused, I believe, because of that right now. I think we've paused the match because the Twitch itself is not working. It's literally lagging. So yeah, Kieran, I think we might not even be heard by our viewers.
Oh, great. Brilliant.
I'm not sure if that's the case, but I know it's lagging for a fact.
I'll have a little look. We'll see what's going on.
Yeah, you do that.
Yeah, the stream is dead, apparently.
I mean, when I turn on my stream or on my PC, the Twitch stream, it kind of works and it doesn't work. It shuts down and shuts up.
Yeah, Twitch is offline right now. The Twitch channel isn't even live.
Oh shit.
We're
live. We're back. Okay. Yeah, like I said, it's up and down. Like it connects and disconnects, so we have to be careful what we say. We shouldn't be. No, I'm joking, obviously, but apparently the game will continue.
Even the adverts are lagging. Jesus.
Oh,
right.
Lord. Oh, then you know it's Twitch. When the ads are lagging, you know it's actually Twitch's fault. So, yeah, there it is. It's going to be the game continuing. So let's carry on, Karen, shall we? 2-1, and it's going to be a minute 45 seconds. Nordavind currently looking like they're pretty well equipped for anything that might go their way. And, yeah, look at the early damage. MDS down to 18 and Robo to 67. This is not looking too sweet already. There will be 4 smokes. So Nemiga, I hope to see some action, perhaps some fakes or something of the like.
Yeah, I'm looking solid so far. Just realized my clean feed was like really behind yours.
Oh, possibly. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, it's fine. I'm back now. MDF still finding the first kill. A couple of tech issues in the early game. Never a good thing, but
yeah,
it happens. Luckily, we'll get it sorted for fairly soon. But even so, with Nemiga down to MDS on 18 points of health, Jo himself on 53. Some decent damage being done to that T side early, even with the first kill going in the favor of Nordavind. There are some pretty simple trades to be made that would see them back in the driving seat very, very quickly. Nemiga, however, they'll be having a pretty decent time getting onto that A site. JO unmanned. Have to be careful of inside a pit, though, and that will see the aggression at least shown, Robo, to close down Tensky. Now into a 5 versus 3, and this should be where Nemiga are able to find themselves a victory at some point. Get that bomb down.
Yeah.
Make sure the plant is forced. Nordavind, they'll go for the save in itself. So fair enough, taking rifles into the next round is always a solid idea, but that will give Nemiga their second round, able to reply the first time of asking, getting that gun round back in their favor and finding a victory off it. So decent, making sure that T side is still remaining as competitive as possible.
Yeah, it's important to note that all 5 players are surviving. That will be amazing for their bank to grow, and with that point made, they can easily contest against any sort of full buys out of Nordavind for the next few rounds, or at least the next and the after one, or the one after that. Tied up in Nemiga. This is a pretty good start, I have to say. This is Inferno we're talking about. They are playing on their home turf, so there is that. But it's gonna be, of course, a pretty, I guess you could say, a pretty close battle to get it all off, or so to start it all off. Nordavind, they don't pick up the AWP, at least they didn't have the money for it, as far as I could tell. I would definitely like to see Holzer with it, trying to wither down some opponents through Banana. But Nemiga, they'll contest this, and let's see how this one works out. Good nades, a little bit of damage on Robo. Again, good start for Nordavind. It's going to be even better for Robino and Croman. They find themselves 2 kills. Easy cleanup. They've got 2 kills in the bag. Now they can pull back, safe the site, or so just play it safely, make sure they don't get overrun, and that's it, Nemiga. They find themselves stranded for more, or more so at least trying to find a refrag, if nothing else. In any case, it's going to be, of course, a bit of an A attempt. Minute left. MDS on top mid. This is where the fun begins. Tensky on balcony. It could work out here for Nordavind if they're going to be able to defend, or more so hold on with Tensky under the faction. Good crossfire on site. This is where the real fight begins, the real decision of the round, whether or not it's going to be won or lost. Nordavind has got 3 players to respond to this threat, and right now, it seems that they're all ready for this. Tensky, a little bit blinded out, misses the spray box on top of him. Box, he's going to catch him. Tensky, huge mistake. Lollipop comes across with a second. The faction able to defend though, and Croman comes in response as he is able to win the round in the end. And that'll be 3-2 for Nordavind. Good save. And back to, I guess, the victory crawl for Nemiga. In any case, I don't know if you solved the issues, Kieran, with the clean feed. Hopefully it's okay at the moment.
Yeah, we're getting there. It seems like it seems like the clean feed is just dead for me right now, which is odd.
That is odd.
I've just done the speed test and I'm on like 150-30, so...
I'm gonna do something real fast for you. Here we go. I'm sharing the screen on Discord. It might not be the best, but at least we can do something with it, or try and work with it. Yeah.
Oh wait, it's back now. No, it's fine. Yeah, it's
fair
fine.
enough, fair enough.
Yeah, there we go.
Well, we're back at it. It is gonna be 1 minute 30. Nemiga. They're off to a pretty good start, although it again kicks a little bit shakily as they have to fight with SMGs and a few bad rifles. Lollipop though finds the refrag. It's gonna be Tensky in pit, and this is where the fun really starts as Lollipop finds one more. It's Tensky to fall. This is a problem now. Holzer, he's got the op as I hoped that he would pick up, but Nemiga, they've got the site and the round.
Yeah, and that's a really good round of them, forcing once again Nordavind into another save. That sees them backing out of the bomb site again, and gotta say, it's an alright decision to go for the save, to be able to make sure they have the rifles coming into the next round, but yeah, this is gonna now see Nemiga once again tying it back up at a 3-3, ensuring that T side is going to remain as competitive as it definitely can be. And obviously with the fact that Nemiga will be keeping all their players alive, ensuring that up to now, we will have a very, very solid T side start for them, and that will keep them at a pretty good state, ensuring that nothing's going to be too crazy. I'm not going to see Nemiga flat out losing all rounds. Nordavind least he'll be able to reinvest. Rubino will be able to drop out the rifle to Tensky. Radofaction should be able to at least purchase himself. Okay, fair enough. AUG even... Okay, there we go. Swapping weapons about. Fair enough. Let us see the rifles being purchased. Maybe even an M4 onto Radofaction or a fan mask, something like that, so we can get some utility as well.
I presume it's already... Oh, MP5. I like it. I like that weapon.
Fair enough.
I'll say that's a nostalgia-inducing weapon. MP5 from 1.6 was one of the best SMGs I've ever played with. At least, you know, aesthetically and how it felt in the hand you played with. Oh, no, Rubino and Chroman, they do it again! Although this time Rubino does burn behind sandbags, Chroman is still very much alive. Deploys the smoke, denies Nemiga their control of B. And it's going to be a 4-on-3, Kieran.
Yeah, and that's going to see Nordavind already looking a little difficult, trying to back up to try and at least play 2-on-2 each site, which is going to be at least safer to play. But up to now, with that bomb inside of Banana, it looks like Nemiga will be heading down toward that B bomb site. But if they can send... Well, that could actually be really nice if they can send Lollipop around toward that B bombs, sorry, toward the A bomb site. Radofaction, though, as he finds JO, that is at least making their life more easier. Robbo finds one of his own, and Chroman, as he trades back in return, that's Lollipop left on his own. A 1 versus 3. And nothing that he can particularly get out of this round now.
Yeah, it's going to be Lollipop isolated. Although he still finds Chroman. Wait a second. Back to a 1-on-2. 35 seconds. There is enough time to plant or fake it out. And ooh, Holzer needs to be careful. He does change it out for the AWP at least. And it's going to be a 1-on-2. Tensky coming from Banana. They're going to be going in carefully and calmly. They have the kit. They do not need to rush this. And Lollipop, he does not have a Molotov or a smoke at least. And he is hiding in dark though. This is a pretty good position to be in when you have to play like... against 2 players, although I will admit that it would be perhaps prudent to stay in triple, but Tensky, he will peek at the right time as Lollipop is for some reason wiggling out and about, revealing his position, and that's going to be pretty much the round gone as Nordavind will be able to take it back, and it's going to be 4-3, as we have another eco though coming up from them. Actually, not pretend. No, it could be a buy. They have enough for a buy. Excuse me. Actually, Robo has enough for the AWP. We've got 3 AKs and a Mach 10. There is more than enough of everything available. By the way, everybody on chat, if you're listening to this on Twitch, I am giving you a link in chat to the YouTube link. Go click it. Go watch on it. It does not lag. Twitch is having issues, so we are running well on YouTube without a problem. Back to the point at hand, though, Holzer, he's going to find himself nothing. Actually, wait a second, he peeks out, Jo will be caught. Okay, there's a bit of a delay there, but it's Holzer, the 27, that survives, and oh, Holzer finds the second. Chroman will be tagged up as Lollipop responds on A, but it's not enough. The defense will hold, and so will the line of Nordavind. Back to a 4-on-2, and Robo and MDS, they've got a tough task ahead of them. That's going to be the round, most likely. Although not yet decided. With MDS refragging, Robo will plant the bomb. He's going into pit. 3v2 retake. Not going to be too easy to go about it. Robo. Again. 2v2. Nemiga. They might just do it here. They might just succeed here. We're about to find out. And it's going to be MDS. He's going to find the first, but it's Holzer that still is able to pull it back into 1-on-1. Holzer! So fast, so quick. And he saves the round. He saves it all for Nemiga. Excuse me, for Nordavind, not for Nemiga. Forgive me. Holzer, 4K, well played out. A 2v2 retake in the end. From a comfortable 4v2 position. And Nordavind picked themselves up the 5th. It's going to finally break Nemiga in half. We're going into a very problematic position right now for Nemiga, as they are going to be forced to play with pistols and Kevlar only. Good nades, and Holzik will even get the kill. The team made the mistake of peeking, though. You're correct. I am currently alone. Kieran is also experiencing some issues, as you might have noticed. So hopefully, he'll be able to return ASAP. Holzerk. He gets himself one. Bullet, of course. The entry previous to that. 4 players on Banana. Rubino holding from Rocket. It's going to be Croman holding in first box, which is the best position you could be in this kind of case. You've got a good crossfire setup. You've got the UMP on Croman. Close range, that's all you need to do. Rubino blinded out, though. He misses the cross. 2 players already in pull. It allows Croman to engage, but it also endangers his life, as Rubino will be able to tag down 2. He doesn't kill more than 1, and still Lollipop even plants the bomb. He's still able to keep it at least economically viable for Nemiga. A good attempt of an eco. 2 kills, the plant, that's enough. By the way, guys, in chat, to whoever is in chat, in Twitch, of course, this is the final warning. I am posting the link to the YouTube channel that is also being streamed too. So if you wish to watch this stream without a problem, jump onto that link in chat and you will have no issues on YouTube. Twitch is having issues on the server. It doesn't work. But it's going to be, of course, another buy here. Or more so a buy for Nemiga. They do have the AWP on Robo. It is going to be 3 AKs and an SG. JO, classic SG. He likes to pick it up very much. So, Roman sprays through the smoke, actually catching off to Box. Also catching off Box. Getting the entry again to Nordavind. Holzerk needs to be careful. Misses his shot, will be tagged. A dangerous position to be watching from balcony. It allows your opponents to get the drop on you. If the pre-fire would have been a little bit more stable, a little bit better, then there could have been an easy kill there. And a refrag, of course. Bit of a B fake. Bomb is still left in T-base. This is classic Nemiga stuff. And Rubino. Oh, Rubino! Oh my! Walks through the smoke. Spray transfers onto JO. And it's an easy double. Nemiga, they lose players left and right. And again, Nemiga, though, falling into their old ways. Lollipop with an entry on A, but it's not enough. With Tensky now being the bait and switch, that's enough. And Tensky, easy double. 7-3, and Nemiga are starting to be tied down a little bit. It is starting to look weaker and weaker. And I think Kieran is back with me here. Not sure. But yeah.
I think I'm alive, maybe.
Yeah, you are. Here we go. Thank God you're back.
Is still horrible to watch. I'm not even sure what's happening right now.
DDoS, mass DDoS off the internet. I don't know, but it's
honestly, it seems like I can't run it through VLC, OBS, and my home internet is like, I usually have 150/30. I'm on 128 right now.
Damn.
So I'm not even too sure what's happening. I'll try and follow the game as much as I can, I guess.
No problem. Tensky with faction Holzerk. It's the round that Nemiga are on an eco on, and they're not really getting much done. Pushing through short and apps, it's not going to work out. And Nordavind 8-3, a very, very comfortable start to pick Inferno with up. And this is starting to look a little bit weaker with every round passing, I have to say, Kieran. Nemiga, they looked pretty bad in their last gun round. They kind of let themselves go one by one. They dropped on Banana, they dropped in apps, they dropped on short. There was just not enough refrags at all.
That's the thing, the refrags are going to be so hard to not only keep hold of, but to add impact. And that's going to see Nordavind, like you said, really starting to take a good stance in this CT side. To say they're currently on 8-3, with the fact that their money's beginning to build. Their bank isn't as strong as they would like, but Nemiga, I mean, they're literally at stark nothing. As soon as they're broken, as soon as the round that, if they lose it, is going to be down into a low buy, that's going to get really hard for Nemiga. And with Redefaction on the site already, nice little double from him, and that'll see already a 5 versus 3 make it 2 as Rubino burns one more alive as well. A swift round out of Nordavind, making it 9-3. No bomb plant either. That sees Nemiga down into such a horrible position. They have pistols and Kevlar, and that should see Nordavind going up to double figures already.
Indeed it should, and I mean, it is turning out pretty well for Nordavind. Nemiga's map pick going sour quickly here. first half, obviously CT favorite. Oh, Holzerk on mid. He's going to take down MDS. That's a great start again for Nordavind. They have worked themselves entries, even when perhaps they shouldn't be getting any. So far, it is Nordavind that's keeping track on pretty much everybody. Nemiga denied entry after entry, denied chance after chance. Even on Ecos, usually you'd see some success with Deagles, but Nemiga have gotten nothing. B, probably the most successful site they've ever tried to take in this first half. As I believe they pretty much got the most plants on B and the kills alongside with it. But yeah, 9-3 in a minute, 5 seconds left as the time is tickling down. Nemiga will have to make a decision, and soon.
And especially with Box and Lollipop already tagged down to below half HP themselves, 55 on the clock, and that will see Nordavind going to be heading down into a nice little A-site take. Ooh, Holzerk, he'll be able to find the first kill, though. Robbo looking to swing around the corner, though. Nade in return, and that'll see Robbo being contested, trying to battle with Holzerk. Then still Ratifaction as he's able to take down Robbo. That at least sees a 5 versus 2. And with 30 seconds just gone, Nemiga should not be getting anything out of this round. Ratifaction himself already venturing down toward A long as well, looking to catch out. The nade should deal damage onto JO, and he's already shut down as well. Box, the last man alive in a 1 versus 4. Nice little shot with a Deagle, though. At least they can guarantee a bomb plant, which is going to be great for their economy in the next gun round. But, oh, Box again, okay. Nice little Deagle shot, making sure that at least if they can't win the round, they can do considerable damage. Rubino trying to take him down eventually and should be able to do so. A little bit of, again, another struggle against this single pistol player. They're not really putting themselves in safe... Okay, there we go. Finally getting to shut him down. That was getting a little risky. Plenty of time to win the round, though. 10-3 and double figures confirmed.
Yeah, I have to agree. It did get a little bit risky, though. I mean, this is, I believe, the second time now Nordavind have almost lost against a bit of a pistol buy with... or sometimes against a mixed buy with AKs and Mech 10s. It's coming close. I mean, B side was lost the most for the last few, and, you know, A side, they lost what, the first round was lost on A, or the first round, and then it was the second round as well alongside with it. So Nordavind, successful retake will tell us that they are certainly up to par to Nemiga, and they do not mind playing retakes. They do not mind losing a few sites here and there and having to battle and scrap for the victory they achieve. But it's Nemiga that's going to be getting the most out of that. They do diminish the economy of Nordavind a little bit. Although at this point, it doesn't really matter anymore. It's the 14th, so even if Nordavind lose here with everybody dying, they've got more than enough money to rebuy the next. It's not going to complicate matters for them. And Nemiga, they're the ones that are in a bit of a shaky position. Although, with max loss bonus right now, they do have quite a bit of a bank to back off to. So it's again, it's going to be a full buy next, even if they lose. But the bigger difference is the fact that the score is starting to look pretty one-sided. And Croman again with Rubino in tow. He's going to find himself, what, 3 kills? Croman, okay. Rubino patiently waiting, not pushing out, not trying to steal kills. And he denies a chance that Nemiga get it on to be. Nordavind 11-3, looking like it's very much a reality right now.
And it already is. Ratifaction as he closes down MDS. That leaves them in a very difficult position for the potential final round of, well, the final round of this half exactly, but with Nordavind, the chance to go up to an 12-3 on a CT side of a map that Nemiga have chosen as well, with Nordavind having some solid results, but Nemiga overall being plentiful in stats on this map. You'd expect them to be playing way stronger than they actually are at this moment, but even so, that will see that Nemiga right now not going to be having the best of times. You can really tell their T-side has been struggling greatly. Even Robbo down to a Mac 10 this time, which is not going to be as good of an investment as they would like. And yes, he's got plenty of utility, but they've had this before. They've been able to show this already and have not been able to do too much with it. We'll see Nemiga heading down toward that B bomb site, though. Straight down toward Banana. All 5 players committing, and I've got to say I like it. Like you said, they've had a lot of their success out toward that B site. Croman the first to be... Oh, he's trying to... Oh, nice shot there. As he shuts down a first, second. MDS trading back, making it 2. Down into a 4 versus 3.
Yeah, and Holzerk, while he's patiently waiting in CT, he's going to shoot a few shots, try and hit a few gooses through the smoke, through the bushes, but it's not really going to work out. And while they do have 2 Augs at least, that's the saving. Okay, Holzerk! Through the smoke, he hits its target, and that's perfect. That allows them, almost allows Nordavind to attempt this retake fully, a 3-on-3, and they've got everything they need. 2 mollies, flashbangs, and kits, and this is where Nemiga should be winning, but first Molotov into dark. Tensky pulls out the kill. It's MDS to fall. Rowboat waiting patiently. It's going to be crossing through ruins, and 2 players are coming in for the engagement. Lollipop going to be caught, and Halsrick finds one more. It's going to be 12-3 as Nordavind get a amazing retake in. Ratifaction and Halsrick and Tensky all a 3v4 retake, and a successful one at that. Perfectly played out. It is going to be one hell of a half they start off with. Nordavind, I never in my life would have imagined that they can take down Nemiga this efficiently and this well on Nemiga's map pick. Although, I guess, you know, the writing on the wall was the fact that Nordavind, as I said at the start, the statistics do speak in their favor. 80% win ratio on 5 maps, whilst 64% win ratio on, 62 on 26 maps. And effectively, we should argue that 62 on 26 is better, but we'll be right back after a short commercial break, and we'll argue later.
Loot Bet. Made for live betting.
And welcome back. Second half, it is going to be 12-3 as Nordavind pulled off some amazing playthroughs, some amazing retakes. And they pick up themselves an amazing first half. It's going to be Inferno and the map pick of Nemiga that starts to crumble under their very feet. The pistol is here, 5 Kevlars for Nemiga, and they'll be playing second mid peak through house, trying to get some info. The bomb still lingering in pit T base though. Nordavind, they're playing very carefully. They're making sure they have banana control, looking towards house as well, kinda extending their tentacles across the map, looking for any sort of information they might be able to gather. And in this case, this is actually really good for them. If JO peeks banana, and the timing is correct here for Nordavind, they can get an easy kill. JO, he needs to be absolutely certain that whatever he does next, he does not die. Box is on his corner towards the cross of banana itself, but with a minute left, time is ticking. Nordavind, I love the patience. They're taking every bit of a precaution they can.
Yeah, especially with the fact that right now it's going to see Nordavind just, I like you say, playing so passively. A very slow pistol round in terms of Inferno. Typically see a fast push out of apps or down towards B, but this time it's going to be JO. Striking for a first and make it a second. They have to trade him back quickly or else it's going to be the entire round shut down. As he catches one more, that should be the pistol going in the... Oh my god, he's on for the ace. Can't unfortunately get it. But it is Holzer. He at least finds 2. But Nemiga, they find themselves that initial pistol, go on to the CT side and already deliver some success. And that will see them now into a 12-4. Of course, the force buy to come out of Nemiga, that full investment into the MP9s. Nordavind will go for a semi-force themselves. Holzak down to a scout, a couple of Deagles invested as well. But overall, it should be them going into a buy. Probably not the next round, the one after. They want to bank as much economy as possible. Holzak can definitely deal some damage with this scout, but overall, shouldn't be too much coming out of this round for Nordavind, as JO already to take down Holzak. Should be a pretty simple round, to say the least. The scout's already being tagged down to 50 as well in the hands of Rubino. And another 5 versus 4. Nordavind, they should just try and rush a site, get a plant, and try and put some money into that side. There's probably not much else they can get from this round so far.
Yeah, very true. Although, I guess JO, you know, he's going to be the undoing of Nordavind here. They kind of no longer have an opportunity where they can run up banana, get themselves the site. But luckily enough, it is it is 12-4 for them. And they've got a very big difference to make up for. Or at least more so, Nemiga has a very big difference they have to make up for. And Nordavind, with the buy round coming up in the next few, they will give us a performance that we'll be waiting for. More so that we've been waiting for, but yeah, this round should be gone. Croman, even with the scout, he shouldn't be very effective. He shouldn't be able to get more than perhaps a single kill. Tensky, nice opener. The Deagle always makes short work of anybody close range if you're accurate enough. And Jo, of course, going to be able to close it out. 4K again. This madman has just... He tripled his kills.
Yeah.
Or more so, he quintupled his kills in 2 rounds. He had 2 kills at the end of the first half. Now he's on 10.
Just shows how good you can, like, start a second half, even how bad your first has been. And obviously with the fact that Nordavind are now down to pistols again, probably going to be a chance for him to bag even more, although the grenades to come flying on through. Damage in return and not particularly too much given back. And again, Jo, he'll bag himself one. Does get shut down pretty quickly, but Box and MBS, they make light work of those aggressing players. This is now the vital round for Nordavind. They'll be back into the saddle where they can bring out the big guns. AWP in the hands of Holzerk as well. Always like to see him on an AWP, one of his more comfortable weapons. If Nemiga can win this round, if they can close out Nordavind again, they are right back into this game. But it all depends how they can use the MP9s. Obviously not going to upgrade them this time either. Just keep them with the MP9s and a couple of AUGs. But providing that they do good work with them, that'd see them not only getting another round, but building up a very solid bank to be able to bring out the AUGs, the AWP again. So it is vital for Nordavind to be able to close this one out, or else that CT side going to be right on their necks this time. And Radifaction playing close toward Apps wants to ensure that no one pushes for a flank at least. But this B banana setup, solid out of Nemiga so far, and it will be yet again a beautiful flashbang out of Jo, and that sees Holzerk already dead. The AWP shut down in a 5 versus 4. That sees Nemiga at least with a 1-man advantage with plenty of time left in this round.
I have to say, the MP9s, it's a ballsy move that they keep them, but it's a very logical move and a very economical move that makes up for a lot of money later on. And I like it, I really do. Banana can be easily held with the SMGs if you are careful enough, if you're ready well enough. You can shut down any sort of push that's coming your way. And we already saw that a little bit earlier on, but it's going to be, of course, a 4-on-5 box. This time will be caught by Rubino. The AWP on him will be accurate. It's going to be Jo holding from first box, but he misses his spray. Now he's isolated. He deploys the Molotov, but still, he gets the kill. It is going to be Croman that's going to be falling, and right now Jo, he sprays again. Robo that will be able to catch onto Tensky, but it's Rubino again to reply once more. Lollipop back to a 1-on-2, and he picks up the kill even. He catches Rubino in a 1-on-1. Radifaction, he plants the bomb. Balls of Steel, he's holding it. It's a 1-on-1, and Lollipop, he will not divert his attention. He will not put an end later on to this round. He will put an end right here, right now. 12-7 Nemiga. A very close retake, but a successful one. $10,000 on Lollipop. The money is starting to grow on Nemiga. And those MP9s, they came in very handy.
Yeah, that's the best part about them. You can see even though it gets close with Nemiga losing all their players, it doesn't even seem to matter. They can fully invest again. And that's how good those MP9s can be, because now Nordavind, as they're down into a buy round of their own, losing this is going to see them basically back to nothing again. Robo even tags on Croman early, and that sees him down to 14. This is where Nemiga prove they're strong on this map. If they can take this from a 12-3 and not only tie it up, but maybe win the game itself, 16-12, 16-13. If they can keep Nordavind at such a position where they have nothing to reply, that shows just how good they are on this map, and especially considering that this is now their CT side. Yeah, the T side's a little rough on Inferno, but I mean, with Nordavind having that much of a lead, you think, yeah, this game is going to be over fairly quickly. They either get the pistol or the first gun round and they're on their way, but with Nemiga being able to bring rounds back like these, it just shows that we're going to have a very competitive battle on our hands. And with 55 seconds just crossed, it will see Nordavind more focusing toward the A site this time. 3 men in defense of Nemiga, and Robo He's a little hungry for blood as he peeks out towards top mid. It works out for Rubino, though. Catches the initial frag onto Robbo, shuts down the AWP and gives them a 5v4 as they take this bomb site.
Yeah, and it is going to be, of course, MDS finding one more. Lollipop peeking out from pit, catching off to Redifaction. The hold is not going on too well, though, as Holzer comes out to reply. Back to a 3-on-2, 20 seconds. Time is ticking. MDS holds the line, but he runs out of bullets. Pulls out the pistol, gets the headshot, and box to finish it off. And a very nice hold coming out from Nemiga. Once more, they succeed in a tense scenario, in a scenario where many other teams would have failed under the pressure, would have been unable to perhaps get the refrag, and most certainly perhaps died after they ran out of bullets. But a well played out round, and Nemiga, they will secure themselves 8. They will secure themselves a 4-round difference remaining, which is, from what it began or from where we were at the start, quite a stark difference, quite a big difference. And this might just play so well into their hands that this comeback becomes very much a reality that Nordavind will have to accept, and they will have to make something about it. Otherwise, that could be the very end of them in this first map.
Ooh. And it really could. That's like the scary part. Like, with a 12-3 lead, you think they've got this game. But Nemiga have, in the past, proven they can come back as well, which is like the scary part. Is they've already proven they can do this already. So it's going to be like, if they can come back. I don't think we've seen anyone in this event so far come back from a 12-3 and keep it clean. So if Nemiga can do that, if they can close out the game fairly successfully, that will see not only a very incredible comeback in this map, but probably one of the best that we've seen in this entire tournament.
Yeah, I have to agree. I don't think we've ever seen in this tournament, at least yet, come back from below, let's say, 4 or 5 points minimum, right? Where it was, let's say, 10-5 or 11-4, and they made a comeback from that point forward. I don't think we've seen it, and this would be amazing indeed. Rubino, though, fast to play, fast to get the kill. It's Redifaction to find a refrag as Box sprays down 2, but that might not be enough. It's back to a 3-on-3. Nordavind, they plant the bomb. It's a retake scenario. Nemiga, they could be shunted out of a round here. That would be devastating. Although, Tensky, what are you doing? Wide open. Surely should be aware that somebody is already close range. He's the only one with the rifle as well. And MDS will have an easy time with Redifaction. All eyes on Croman. Oh, nice shot. He pulls down the pants of Lollipop. Gives him a good slapping. But Nemiga will still retake it in the end. And yeah, that was a close one. Nordavind, I think they had a fair chance if only Tensky wouldn't have died, though. Not sure what he was doing in that position, wide in the open, watching CT.
Yeah, sort of offered himself up. It was like, yo, guys, just see me, pick me off. But yeah, it seems like all issues have been fixed now.
Give it to me,
we're back. Daz, the good old UCC production just said Twitch seems to be fixed. So I hope everyone in the stream is now able to view with us, because not even gonna lie, I swear it was affecting our internet as well, because I know the Nordavind streamer or like Norwegian streamers, theirs was having issues as well. Oh my god, Tensky.
Why?
Oh my god, MDS and JO just get absolutely ripped to pieces. Lollipop at least to trade, but down into a 3v3 that sees Box.
Oh, Box!
Side of the smoke, Croman. He'll pick him off, and that's a 3v2. This might just be Nordavind getting their first round on this T side.
Although we shouldn't call it too soon. Robo immediately shutting down Croman and his jumpy legs, going through the smoke, getting that kill. That was kind of crazy there, but it's a 2v2. Rubino Holzerk, the op on Holzerk, always a difficult battle to go up against Robo, though. He certainly is up for the task. If he can get the sniff of where Holzerk is hiding, he can perhaps aim it well enough early on to reply. And oh, Rubino doesn't even get a chance to get a kill. Lollipop will shut him down, and it's back to a 1-on-1, and Lollipop, a 3K, a hat trick, and a round for Nemiga as they pull themselves up to double digits. Nemiga CT side, specifically Lollipop, has been amazing up to this point. Working so well together as a team. The retakes are astonishingly well performed, I guess you could say, well executed, and they're getting what they want. They're getting their game back in their hands, their map back in their hands. This is starting to get slippery for Nordavind. Their hands wet, And it's not looking too sweet anymore. 2 rounds difference seems very far away where it was full 3. And Jo peaks banana, double up in hands of Nemiga. And that's that. Nordavind. When will it be the first round for the T side?
Yeah, that's the thing right now with the fact that Nemiga just playing so very well. The boost up. Tensky and Robino, they find 2, however. Jo and Lollipop to be shut down. Box at least to retrieve the AWP, but again, Tensky, he'll bag himself 1, making it a 4 versus 2. Missed shot by Robbo, and that sees Ratifaction landing the frag into a 1v4.
What is going
And just
on?
as we say, we're questioning Nordavind's first round. I think they've just gone and done it. That'll see them going up to 13-10.
That is... this is a weird round. Jo, he peeks banana, gets a kill. Excellent. Well done. Nemiga, they pull themselves potentially up for another round. Maybe going into a tie even. But Jo then decides to stay on banana watching the cross. Can't blame him. He got a kill. He can't really expect the boost every round. He gets killed. Okay, 4-4. And all of a sudden, Nemiga decide to peek mid, to take aggressiveness, to almost to go aggro towards mid itself, trying to overtake whoever might be there. And that was their crucial mistake. They lose 2 entries because of it. And it's Nordavind picking up the first round. I mean, this is truly a caster's curse. I think I should be a magician, Karen, or maybe some sort of a performer, because this is some magic stuff going on. 13-10, and Nordavind find their first.
With the fact that, again, MDS and Jo, even with all those CT rounds going in Nemiga's favor, not going to have as extensive as an economy as they would like. So
Yeah.
we might see Robbo maybe forcing out an AWP, and Kevlar would be
Maybe
able to
an
still
eco.
buy in the next round. And yeah, it should be an eco, but with the fact that JO's down to 1600, that's going to leave him a little bit limited. Luckily, Robbo should be able to drop in the next round anyway, so they can go for that eco and still be able to put JO onto a purchase, but it looks like they might actually be going for a buy round. Box to pick up his M4. There's Robbo onto the AWP. Lollipop should be bringing out maybe another MP9 to match with MDS. Get some utility, maybe, and guarantee a defuse kit as well. That would be nice to see. But this looks definitely like another position that Nordavind can work in their favor. They can bag themselves a 14th round, force out the economy of Nemiga, and the best part about it is if they win this round, they essentially secure 15. They put map point on the board, and especially on a map that Nemiga have picked, the one that they particularly rely on, considering the fact that Nordavind are very good on Overpass, which is that second map. They might just be facing off against a lot of turmoil if they don't win this round.
Yeah, they could. Robo, though, he's going to be going patiently to peek banana once more. And Nemiga, will they be awarded an entry? Well, we're about to find out. The duel comes out, and Holzer comes out on top. As Robo will be caught, JO to retrieve the AWP, deploy the smoke, but the rotation was there. Nemiga's ready for the hold on A. At least by the looks of it, they should. Box, he needs to be careful though, but through short, here we go. It's an A play. Nordavind, they're ready. They will push through short and apps, and they're getting into their site quickly. MDS peeks out wildly, gets a kill. It's immediately refragged by Holzer, but the reaction from Box and Lollipop still able to even tag on to Tensky when he falls down. 13-11. And Nemiga, they win on top of a mixed match kind of buy with SMGs and whatnots. Nordavind, again, back to their old roots, I guess. It's going to be 2 rounds difference remaining, and Nordavind need to be very careful what happens up next. They cannot allow themselves to be caught in this cycle where they might win this round, then they lose the next, then they will be broken. They will be back to where they started. They will be giving Nemiga a chance to actually win this first map. Minute 40 though, an up on Robo, and an up on Culture.
That's the thing as well. Nordavind kind of have to win this round to be able to close out, or else Nemiga, like you said, they're going to be right back into the action, and they should be with how many rounds that they've brought back. They've made an incredible set of rounds where it could have been all going in the favor of Nordavind, and we could have had this map wrapped up very quickly and really start to see Nemiga fall out of that maybe series itself. But yeah, they've battled incredibly to be at this position. Their money isn't the strongest, but providing that they win this round, they will be okay to at least complete a purchase in the next round. But it comes down to whether Nordavind can win this, to see where the pace will be dictated for the next couple, and the fact that not a lot of utility sits on either side. Rubino and Holzerk at least having a couple of smokes to throw if they want to go for an execution, but those 2 smokes would definitely fit toward the B bomb site better than they would towards A. Get one down towards CT, one to Coffins. But look at Robbo. He wants to be in front of those smokes. He wants to go a little bit aggressive, and 30 on the clock. Oh, he does land a tag, but can't confirm the kill. Box to be splashed out as well. Oh, and the reaction out of Jo, however. He finds 2, but Rubino and Tensky, they deliver with 2 as well. And that's MDS that has to go for a save. He has a single MP9 and not a lot else. And with the rest of his team down to no money whatsoever, Nordavind, they might have just cracked the code.
Yes, I think they did. Nemiga, this will break them economically speaking. They will receive about $2,000 to $2,400 bonus, and that's about it. They do not have anything else to rely on, and I don't know what the hell happened there. Somehow Jo jumps out of the smoke, I presume, in CT. We didn't see it exactly, and he gets 2 kills. Or was it? No, he was on site.
I think he was on top
second,
box.
Top box, second box. Yeah. And he gets 2 kills. Amazingly done. And for some reason, then 2 players out of the CT side decide to jump through the smoke themselves and getting caught in the wind, because by the time they get through there, by the time they're able to help, or at least try to help their teammate, the damage is already dealt. They've lost site control. They shouldn't have tried to push into the site. They should have stayed back once the smoke was deployed and hoped for the rotation to come in time to still be able to reply against the take. But Nordavind, 14-11. And it is the last buy, the last run of the Mohicans, I guess you could say, for Nemiga. Because they've got, what, 3 MP9s, box with a 5.7, and an AK and MDS. Nordavind, tactical pause. I like it. They're up ahead 3 rounds. They've got a full buy. They know what they're dealing with here. They know it's pistols and Kevlars for Nemiga. And they don't mind it at all. Tactical, taking their time, going easy about it. In any case, I gotta say, Nemiga, they've been performing very well given what they're up against, given how good of a team Nordavind is. Going into this series, I already said that Nordavind do have an advantage. They are a team that has a statistical advantage, and you cannot deny that. And yes, of course, the sample is larger on the side of Nemiga, and it does give a bit of a realistic approximation as to how their maps, or more so, how their maps will go. But it doesn't change the fact Nordavind are still a very solid team that every time they play, they're playing better and better by each passing moment, by each passing map and series. And I very much enjoy their style right now. They're taking it easy again. They're going into a default, trying to take control of apps, making sure they have mid cleared out. They seem to be preparing for an A take. I dislike the fact they have nobody on banana. At least have some information for that kind of position, but they'll be executing here. Here we go. It's an A play. Oh, nice shot by MDS. He's going to find himself the first, and it kicks off. The round might still end up on B, though. Nordavind slow again.
Yeah, these slow sabs could be the bane of their existence in this round. It could really limit their potential. Tensky looking for at least some information out of apartments. MDS to be tagged down to 36. Smoke in return. Rubino to catch out Jo.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, Holzer, that was a quick shot to close down MDS, and with Lollipop on top of balcony, down to a single point of health. Well, this starts to now get very difficult. Radefaction to be hunted, but Tensky to return fire. They know now where at least one of these final 2 men is. Lollipop has got a single point of health to work with. And with Box inside of Library, not that it really matters, he has a 5-7. Even with the low HP, there's still 3 players to contend with, and they know at least where Lollipop is. They have a man holding down on his position, and it seems like Nordavind, not only have they guaranteed a 15th round, but this could be the game in itself, considering Nemiga will have nothing to put into this next round.
Yeah, this is... Unfortunately, I have to say, this is pretty much the Bell's tooling, as they like to say, or more so as they could say. They've run out of juice. They've run out of capabilities, of chances to actually be able to win this map, I'm afraid. Their money is broken. As I said, $2,000 left. give or take, something like that. Lollipop, he's got the MP9. They can buy a FAMAS here. That's the only thing that... Oh, he doesn't even go for the FAMAS. He drops another MP9. Make it 2, actually, and that's it. I have to say, I would have much preferred the FAMAS, wouldn't you? I mean...
Yeah.
It's a rifle, at least, and it gives you a better chance of winning a duel against an AK, if nothing else.
And to not have those weapons as well, it makes their life so much harder. Couple of pistols on Box and MDS, like the aggression they're showing, but not that it will have any sort of dividends. Tensky, as he finds 2 kills already, JO to be tagged as well. It seems like Nemiga's time in map 1 is already coming to a close, and that is terrifying, considering this was the map that Nemiga almost had to win to be able to stay in the series. Yes, they can play Overpass, but Nordavind have already proven... Oh, Tensky, go for the ace, buddy. Finish it with the ace. He's down to 11 HP, but can't get it done, unfortunately. But either way, the game is done. Yeah. And going into Overpass, that is real scary. To say that they've not been able to pick up their map pick. Yes, it was a very amicable comeback in that second half to get that many rounds. But to not close out the game and ultimately to lose their own map pick spells a lot of danger going into map number 2.
Indeed it does, and also it spells that we are going into map 2 Overpass, of course, the map pick of Nordavind. And we spoke about early on at the start of the series that if Nordavind win Inferno and Nemiga are denied their 1-0 chance, this could end up with a very quick 2-0 overall. Nordavind, they've been amazing on Overpass in the past. Well, I wouldn't say amazing exactly, but they certainly have performed very well. They've had great executions, and as a whole, they've really given us a proper performance. But we'll have to wait and see how it all plays out, as we'll take a short commercial break before moving on to our second map. And of course, keep in mind that this is this tournament is sponsored by Loot.bet, and you know, there's a few promotions in chat, so you can go check that out if it works for you. In any case, we'll be right back after a few commercial messages.
Lootbet, made for live betting.
But it won't be long before I realize it's a picture in my head, And I know they're just fragments of a world where your absence all I get to see. Take me back to the planet where you and I are still meant to be. 'Cause I'm incomplete when you ain't by my side, when you don't wake up next to me.
I can't wait to leave this town, 'cause lately I've been feeling down. The cold nights just don't feel the same. Oh, like my life inside a car. Hit the button, drive real far. But that record only die. Oh, I'm dreaming of you.
Loot Bet. Made for live betting.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the UCC Summer Smash. It is time for our second map, Overpass, the map pick of Nordavind. And after a pretty poor performance coming out from Nemiga on I actually know, I am doing them injustice saying it was a poor performance. It wasn't a bad performance per se exactly, but it was certainly lackluster. And, well, Overpass, it's seemingly not going to get any better if it continues down the same path or the same cycle they were, well, going with in the first one. They certainly need to change a few aspects of their gameplay. Primarily, I would say those solo peaks on the T side are a big issue, as well as the fact that once they get onto the CT, they're confident enough to win rounds, but then they make mistakes as, you know, they lose the entry and they go peak everywhere again. So it's kind of the same for both sides. In any case, it's the map pick of Nordavind, 1-0 up, and welcome back, of course, everybody. I'm not alone here. Kieran with me, and hopefully no technical difficulties, at least in this match.
Yeah, seems like all has been fixed. I see Twitch has stabilized. My internet is also stable. Thank God. It's in the year that I've had it, never had issues, so luckily that's been fixed. Nemiga this time will take them. I hope Nemiga starts CT side. I think they need this to begin successfully on this map. We know how good Nordavind can be on this map. Nemiga have taken some losses in the past as well, playing against Chaos, playing against Trick, 16-10, 16-11. So not particularly had the best of results in recent times. Nordavind have pulled a 50% across 8 maps. Some wins, some losses, but they've had obviously losses to Wendigo. They've beat Virtus Pro. They've lost to Ancient. So they've had some ups and downs themselves. The second map, in my eyes, does favour Nordavind, especially after map 1. But honestly, it could go either way again, realistically. It's all about who has that better start and who can perform better in this one. Because obviously Nordavind, they looked a little shaky end of the first half, but they got it done. It's all going to come down to whether Nemiga can fight for survival in this map, or else it's going to be a real washout, and we'll see Nordavind probably take that 2-0.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, Nordavind, I have to reinstate it again. With picking up Inferno, they give themselves a slap on the back and, you know, or a hug on through, I don't know, whatever they need to give themselves, and them going on to Overpass gives them the perfect opportunity to close it out 2-0, as they are, well, more so an Overpass team. They've already played this map multitude of times. They like it a lot. They've shown us on this tournament specifically that they like to play on Overpass. They won against VP, although they did lose against Ancient, if you recall. That was That was a weird game. I remember that one. It's pretty weird to see how Nordavind can be tilted and how much they can lose when they're not focused and they're having issues within the team itself. And they also lost against SJ, I guess we could say, in Season 2 of Lootbet, but that's a story for another day. In any case, the pistol is here. It's MDS. Gonna be spotted through Monster, losing a few points of HP. Nordavind, again, calm and collected. I very much like this.
Their pistol rounds are some of the most composed that I think I've seen in a long time. They take it very, very slowly. Even if they don't get the result out of it, it's still a very well orchestrated pistol setup in itself, and that'll see Nordavind this time going to be heading most likely down toward the B bomb site, considering bomb is inside of Monster. MDS, though, he'll take down Tensky, and that's a beautiful first kill. Makes it into a 5 versus 4. T-side to begin to regress, though. Red faction to close down 1, but it's Box again, and JO stealing away the frag, making it 2. His pistol has been on fire since Inferno. And that'll see Holzerk at least able to make it down into a 2v2. Makes it 1 more as well. JO, he'll get finished off, and Lollipop has a huge task at hand. No defuse kit. 73 combined points of health, and as he closes down Rubino, well, that now makes his life way easier. I think he's also scouting for a defuse kit, which he has been able to pick up. Will force out the defuse if necessary, and I think he's got it as well. Holzerk kind of sacrificed himself a little bit there.
Yes, he does. He's going to win this. So, my lord, as Lollipop will be able to catch on to the last 2 players. A 1-on-2 clutch you wouldn't imagine be possible to win. Rubino, he goes out fast immediately without even a chance as he dies the first man. Then, obviously, being in a 1-on-1, Lollipop does the best thing ever. Presses the bomb and forces the peek. But in any case, it is going to be, of course, 1-0. Nemiga pick up the pistol, but this is how Inferno started. We can't be too distracted by that. Inferno certainly began in the same manner, the same position. It was a victory for Nemiga on the pistol. Slowing down, though, and we do have an auto shotgun on Robo. Holzerk is going to find himself 1, though. It's a force buy. Nordavind, 3 AKs. A lot of firepower being gathered by Nordavind right now.
And especially considering that they have these AKs, this puts them in a very good position, even probably better than some of the weapons that Nemiga have right now. So, if Nordavind can begin to keep up with the pace of these kills, obviously Holzerk as he bags that first box. Little does he know every single... Oh, the time in there, Tensky able to catch out Box, and that makes their life so much more easier. Even with the auto shotgun, which can definitely be a nuisance in itself, is surely going to be significantly weakened by this round already, and in a 5 versus 3 we will see MDS at least rotating up towards CT, but they're already taking over the site. This might even see Nemiga pulled back into a save already. Tensky, a double for him, and that's Nemiga to go and save. That is, again, Nordavind replying with a traded round. Pretty sure they did that in the pistol, or in the second round of Inferno.
Yeah,
they did exactly the same.
Exactly the same. I don't know how to say this, but it seems like history is repeating itself. It's going to be, of course, 1-1 Nemiga. They've got an M4 and a AUG at least to save, so that's the, kind of the saving grace for them a little bit here. Although, all in all, it's a successful round for Nordavind, and it's gonna give them 5 players. More so, gonna give 5 players the surviving chance to keep them, keep their economy, keep their bank high up, and be competitive for the next. It's going to be a replay by Nemiga most likely with the 2 saves they had. Obviously, yeah, there we go. The M4s, the scouts, the everything will be spread out amongst the people. 1-1. Overpass again, kicking off in favor of Nordavind, I have to say here. First of all, Nemiga, they've got a very poor bank left over after this force buy. And if they lose it, it's going to be pretty much 3-0 again for Nordavind. Lollipop this time, going to be caught immediately. The Rubino is so fast to aggress to the site. Finds the second with a deagle pulled out. MDS, there's refrag, but Croman running and gunning. And it's already a 4-on-2 Robo and Box. They're forced to save again.
Yeah, and unfortunately they are. At least they're able to carry a scout and a 5-7, but that'll see Nordavind putting themselves a second round in a row this time. It was Nemiga that were able to respond previously in the next round, where they got a bomb explosion, a round in their favor from the bomb blast. So maybe they can try and repeat similar antics again this time. But obviously that was on their CT side. So they have to either defuse the bomb, make them run out of time, one or the other, or kill them all off. And that's going to be Nemiga most likely going down to a 3-1 scoreline, just for the fact that now they are not going to be able to purchase. They will have at least just under $2,000 for the majority, so they can go for an eco and buy in the next. But this is looking pretty solid so far out of Nordavind, putting them at a comfortable position to begin on Overpass. We know what they can do on their CT side as well. So at this point, it's all about getting as many rounds as possible on that T side, because obviously, like Inferno, that was the half when Nemiga were able to flourish. They got 7 rounds in a row, or whatever it was, to bring it back to a 12-10. So we definitely know what they're capable of. They just have to be ensuring that they get as many rounds on this T side in order to win, so that their CT can be as comfortable as possible.
Indeed. I mean, again, Nemiga, they are facing up the same issue. This is how Inferno started off, and if they lose the first half once more 12-3, I mean, that's a big if, and still a long way to go to that point. It's going to be a concerning amount of rounds lost. And Nemiga, I have to kind of say the same thing I said for Nordavind. If they wish to have, as I said at the start of Inferno for Nordavind, if they wish to have a chance of winning this map, they must not let Nemiga go to about, 10, 12 rounds early on. And Nemiga, well, they kind of failed in that case. This time, Nemiga has to do the same to Nordavind. They cannot allow them to rise above, perhaps 5, 6 rounds. That's about it. And look at this. Croman burns 2 alive. It's going to be Holzek with 1 more. It's a 3-on-2 retake. Box and Robo are locked out of the site. Luckily, this is an eco, but either way, it is 3-1 as Nordavind will have an easy time picking themselves up. Oh, wait a second. Box? 5-7 in hand, and he gets the headshot on Holzek. Complicates matters for Nordavind, at least. There is a kit on Robo. Time is on the side of Nemiga for the moment, and Croman needs to be very, very careful what happens up next. If he dies, this round is open for business all of a sudden for Nemiga.
And luckily, that smoke is now dissipated, allows Box an ulterior angle of entrance, but luckily, Croman is able to take him down. Robo not yet, of course, able to get onto the site. No defuse possible. Tensky to finish him off. 3-1, and that sees Nordavind now at a decent scoreline. Have to be careful, of course, as Nemiga will be buying into this round themselves, going for the AUGs, the M4s, and JO having to go for a FAMAS. So fair enough, compensates for the utility instead. Glad to see Robo buying the defuse kit as well. One factor that just alleviates a little bit of time.
Yeah.
For Nemiga. Missed Molotov. That's already going to add some impact. Not going to smoke, not going to molly off short already. That allows MDS to aggress, and he's going to get caught with his pants down though. AUG in hand, but it's still a spray down instead. And a 3-for-2 trade that sees Nemiga having the advantage in the first 20 seconds of the round, with the majority of Nordavind already dead.
Yeah, it's going to be Holzek and Croman back to a 3-on-2. This is doable for Nemiga. They have a bad start, but okay, Robo. I guess he'll spray through the smoke, find both kills, and Nemiga will tie the score once more. This is certainly turning out a little bit better than expected. The starting point was pretty grim and pretty harsh. I mean, the first entry to Nordavind, and then the bomb plant, 3-on-3 retake. It still ends up to be the victory for Nemiga, thankfully for them, but they paid a high price to be able to win it. So did Nordavind, but they've got a better bank that they can work with. It's like, fighting against a company that has 10 lawyers on the payroll while you barely are able to keep up with 1. And it's obviously going to be a hard one for Nemiga. They will have to battle it out left and right continuously. And this round has to go their way, otherwise they're going to be back to where they started. There is an AWP on Robo, but so was on Holzek. An important engagement. Robo will fall. And Nemiga, the payroll is starting to show.
And especially with MDS, at least they're able to trade back onto Tensky. Boxton not as overly commit or connector as he would maybe like to. Oh, JO, however, onto that boost position as he closes down Ratifaction. Roman to back away, close the doors, doesn't want any of that business. But into a 4 versus 3 that does see Nordavind already at that disadvantage. And with Box able to position himself toward Toilet, at least toward top of A long, gives him the opportunity to wrap through toward Toilet if he wanted to, and would find himself behind the entirety of that Nordavind squad right now, but they're going to progress toward the A site. They've got plenty of time to do it and a lot of utility in reserve to make sure these angles are smoked off. Rabino to go venturing first, however, and did he spot the man on Garbage? Definitely saw his shoulder through the window of Optimus Prime, and there's the kill itself. Box now to rotate through towards short, but it might be something that Nordavind are definitely aware of now they've realized that A long is clear itself. Bomb is down, with 2 players to rotate through CT. Croman in a beautiful position as that smoke goes down for Rabino. Box can't confirm the kill just yet. He's having a little bit of trouble with it. Gets himself a smoke down on the site, or at least a flashbang as well. Molotov in return, and Rabino, even on 15 points of health, is still able to find a kill. And as Holzer closes down the final, that's a 4-2 that should see Nordavind successfully going up to 5 and already starting to get comfortable with their amount of rounds on this T side secured.
I think it should be safe to say that if Box had gotten the kill, Nemiga probably would have been the ones to get the round, but instead Box missing vital shots, missing vital kills, and that is an impactful round. Nemiga, they're forced to go onto an eco, and Nordavind, they're just gonna excel in their current position. And look at this, MDS close range, anti-flash set up. He's unable to clear anybody off. Holzerk will be tagged down to 40, so at least there's that. And Nemiga do have 3 players towards party, but round shouldn't be getting any easier nor any better for them. Lollipop, a 1-on-5. He has a P250 in Kevlar. He can certainly do a little bit of damage here and there. Oh, but Nordavind, I have to say, I love this. A 1-on-5, they could have easily pushed in 1-by-1 towards site. Maybe even gotten the kill, you know, not losing a single player. But they play it so safe. They send Croman out to scout. I love this. Look at them holding. They are not moving an inch, and that is respect to Nemiga given, because they know how difficult it is to snuff out pistols and to find all of the players hiding in all the nooks and crannies, and they risk dying, they risk losing players if they go in too fast, too carelessly, or too wide open. And well, Lollipop, he still gets the kill. That's what I'm talking about. Croman was the scouting party, yet he still gets slaughtered. Lollipop, he's a dangerous player. You should not be underestimating him. And look at this, Nordavind, 28 seconds. They pull back towards B. The respect certainly is showing through all the cracks and all the seeps.
Yeah, and with Lollipop now on an AK as well, you can definitely imagine that he can deal some serious damage. Bomb at least to be planted, so at least confirms they have dipped back towards B. The majority of their players should be staying alive, but the main aim for right now for Lollipop is to just keep that AK in their hands, go into the next round with it. That will see him on a full purchase, has the Kevlar already, so he can get the utility, hopefully secure a defuse kit as well. That's something that Nemiga will be wanting. Yeah, up to now, that'll see a very, very solid start out of Nordavind, making it a 5-2 on that T side, already starting to gain plenty of rounds for them, and they might even be able to snuff out this AK as well, if depending how far he looks for it. Luckily, Lollipop, again, a valuable asset to close down another AK, makes it into a 3 versus 1. Saves it up, and there we go. That'll see Nemiga now going for that buy round. Tactical pause to be called by the Belarusians as well. Do not want to be going into this round as vague as they would like. So taking the pause, discuss the strategies. And with the fact that Nordavind now can most likely put themselves up to 7 rounds just by winning this one, Nemiga will have to, of course, put everything into denying this one to keep themselves alive in the CT side. Because even if Nordavind gets 7 rounds, that is still plenty for them to be comfortable with in the T side, even if Nemiga were to win an 8-7 or make it a 9-6 if that's a possibility. So it's just about limiting how much Nordavind can get out of this first half, because if they keep on the way they're going, we could be even seeing again another double-figure scoreline, an 11-4 or 10-5. It's all still possible right now with the way that Nemiga haven't been able to close down this T side so far.
Yeah, absolutely, very much so. And I mean, the way it's been all turning, the way the wheel has been spinning, Nemiga, almost every round has been a chance for them where they had a buy round at least. They had a chance to win it. Either they lost it by clutches, or more so it was a straight up loss. You could immediately tell it was gone. In any case, still Nordavind, you know, they're fighting for survival equally so. They are not exactly having the easiest of breaks. They're not exactly having the easiest of games. And good pop flash action. MDS, there's the entry. That's what I'm speaking of. Nordavind are equally suffering casualties in engagements. And Nemiga, I love that little bit of a sequence. They go for the peak, they get the info. MDS might be tagged up, but he gets the kill and gets out of there alive. That's all that matters. Nordavind, they'll be hitting B though. It's 4 players gathering the storm, and Ready Faction tagged down to 14. Not a great start. Once more, Nordavind caught between a rock and a hard place, and time is going to be ticking. Croman, nice entry. He's going to take down Lollipop. That's monster cleared out. MDS, though, blinded out. Sprays through, gets a kill. It's JO for the second as he holds it all together. Holzer replies, but it's a 3-on-2. Holzer, he's going to check water. That's a free kill. Although he misses the shot, it's going to be punished by Robo as he's able to take down Rabino. And Box will finish the job. A lucky call there for Nemiga. They, again, pay a high price, a steep price to be able to win the round, but at least they win it. And Nordavind, money not looking too tight anymore.
Yeah, and unfortunately, whilst they will be able to put a repurchase back on the board, like you said, they're down to nothing this time. I'll see that CT side potentially with that opportunity to go not only 5-4, but 5-5 as long as they can win this round. And with the way that the bomb site sap has been so far, Nordavind want to try and tempt fate again, apparently. MDS going to be the first line of call as Holzerk making his way up towards short. Lollipop at least to be grenaded. Holzerk missing the timing, not going to be able to find the entry kill as of yet. But Nordavind again, they're going to be bringing out that very slow, very methodical T-side play. I've got to say, I very much like it. They're not going to be rushing into things. They're not going to be sacrificing themselves too heavily. Although, as I say that, MDS to catch out Tensky. Nice bit of aggression to at least put that T-side at bay for now. Molotov to be re-smoked as well, ensuring that they have short covered off. But that gives the chance for Holzerk and Rabino to go venturing down toward Monster, straight through the choke entrance of the tunnels, and 50 seconds on the clock. This is going to be a dedicated B split out of Nordavind. 2 frags in return, make it a third and down into a 2 versus 2. With both players now coming in from Connector, I think they've realized it. AWP versus AWP. This time, Robo to switch out to a rifle, but it doesn't stop Holzerk from making the wraparound, venturing back towards short himself. And this surely should be not in the mind of Robo right now. He's going to be scouting the site, looking for the final man, and all that Holzerk has to do is just approach towards short. As soon as he taps that bomb, he's going to think it's planted for heaven. Yeah, the plant is also the fake at this point.
He scoped.
He heard it. He didn't.
Yeah, apparently he didn't hear it. I was like, surely he now knows when he scopes in.
Yeah, surely.
Yeah, Nemiga, another round going down the drain, and it's not really helping them cause any more. As, well, first of all, they've got no money to buy with. Nordavind, very nice refrags. We gotta say, if they hadn't gotten that 3k immediately once they lost, I believe it was Rubinho and Holzer that were getting the refrags, and one of them caught by either Holzer or Croman. But the point is, they were able to respond, and that's the charm of Nordavind. Even though they lose a few players here and there, they immediately are able to pay back, and are able to pay back double. But look at this, eco, and it's a bit of a stack towards short here. I like it. Could work out with a kill or two, although Rubino, I think he's going to check this corner, although if he jumps with a knife. Now, pop flash across, Box gets one, Rubino will spray through, will get himself a piece of the pie, as MDS will take him down in the end. But it's a 3-on-3, and the B side has been lost. Nemiga, they find themselves at a precarious position. Once more, they are going to be down quite a little bit. Ooh, Lollipop, Deagle, and both players in graffiti. Yeah, this could turn wildly back in favor of Nemiga. Oh, J.O.
Oh my god. Luckily, Holzerk able to find at least one frag in his favor. Aggress to try and take out Lollipop. That's perfect.
He's watching the smoke. He's watching the smoke.
MDS, he'll find it. Nemiga, I have no idea how they do that. But they win a
Holy
round that really closes down Nordavind. Look at their money now. They relied on winning that round.
Yeah.
They're going to force up off of the back of it. Fair enough, Rubino can get himself an AK. But look at the rest of the side. There is nothing right now in the hands of Nordavind. And this, Nemiga winning such a random eco round might have just given them the chance to tie the game up.
Yes, it could. I mean, it is going to be, of course, an AK and a few pistols here and there, but overall, this is a pretty much broken arrow scenario for Nordavind. They've got a very low buy as a whole, and this is going to be a difficult round to win on. Box, he's holding the crosshair towards toilets. He hears them running through, shooting obviously as well, but Nemiga, what an amazing return. A one-on-one clutched out in the end, and MDS the one to save it all. We should mention that without that round, Nemiga would be in dire trouble. Not only would they buy in this round, but they'd be broken, economically speaking. And they couldn't afford to lose another one afterwards if they didn't, or more so, wouldn't want to risk losing the first half again, close to 11-4, 10-5. Let's see, Nordavind. Here comes the smoke. Here comes the pop flash. This is important. The pop flash dies though. No flash, no nothing. No chance. Box! It's a spray down. Holzerk burns. He still gets a kill, but it's a 1-on-3, and he should not be getting any more kills at all. 6 HP Holzerk. And 0 HP Holzerk. 5-6, and an excellent return for Nemiga as they dwindle the rounds down to a single round difference. And it's going to turn Nordavind towards an eco.
Yeah, and this is looking now really solid for Nemiga, just for the fact that they're going to be facing off against these Glocks. Nordavind shouldn't be able to do anything in this round, never mind not a lot. It should be absolutely nothing they get from this round. And Nemiga, they now have that beautiful opportunity to tie the scoreline, get themselves into a solid position, and that will see 6-6, which on a CT side, it's definitely going to work out for them. Can go either way, can either be... Oh, look at Holzerk. Okay, just be hopping right up towards A-Long, catching himself a first kill, taking a second and a third, and there it is. The simple round itself shut down entirely. Ratifaction, the final man, kept alive, and that will see a 6-6 on the board confirmed. Ratifaction, as long as he sits in this sort of position, not going to die, but as soon as he swings out, Lollipop is ultimately prepared for any sort of interaction that Ratifaction will bring in, especially with the Glock. Getting anything at all out of this, although he gets himself a first kill. Fair enough, that's all he should be able to get, realistically. 50 seconds on the clock, and whilst there is time to maybe linger toward connector or short or something, yeah, that's going to be it. 6-6, Nemiga tie things up, and Nordavind, as they can go back into their buy round. This is now actually looking a lot better for the CT side, considering what the scoreline could have been. To tie things up is a very successful endeavor on that CT side so far.
Yeah.
And if they can take this next round, they should most likely be taking this at least 8-7, 9-6.
I have to agree. This is looking like an amazing performance out of Nemiga. Certainly a lot better than what we've seen on Inferno. And as a whole, their CT side working together a lot better. Although Inferno, I have to admit, Nordavind, they were kind of sick on CT. They really looked unstoppable. And you know, you can't blame Nemiga for losing as much as they did, because Nordavind, they won like, what, 4 or 5 retakes in either having a man down or even being a man up, or more so equal in terms of those terms. They were still able to get victories almost every single time they played retake in. So, you know, Nemiga, they had a hard one, but at least they're showing up here on their CT side of Overpass. They're giving us hope to believe in, hope that we could see the third map, Vertigo. And that's one hell of a third map I definitely will be waiting for patiently and very, excitedly. But Tensky, he's going to find the entry. It's 50 seconds into the last round, and Nordavind, they look like they're still playing a bit of a slowdown. Not really giving them. Yeah, I mean, I like it, but they're not really giving Nemiga a chance at all, and that's the biggest thing of all. That's the best thing of all. Nordavind, they're taking their time, and they're forcing reactions from Nemiga that perhaps otherwise Nemiga wouldn't have pulled off, throwing utilities and such.
And especially now that they're taking this much slower, getting onto the site is going to be difficult if they're challenged. And Robbo, there it is, as he lands himself the first. It's Croman that's going to be dead. Rubino luckily trading back, but it's Robbo that does the majority of the work. A 4K out of him, and that sees Nemiga now taking the lead on this CT side. A perfect beginning for them in this first half, considering Nordavind had that advantage. And Robbo, a beautiful little 4K, closes down the entirety of that T side. And with that, sees Nordavind now into a little bit of a full eco. Not going to be investing anything for the final round of the first half. But, scarily, with such a T-side lead that Nordavind had, this is now Nemiga winning the first half, most likely, against Desert Eagles. Nothing else. They have little in the tank. Renefaction. Nice little shot onto MDS, at least, to trade back, though. A 4 versus 4, and with the weaponry at hand, Nordavind shouldn't be allowed to win this round overall.
Yeah, they shouldn't be getting much of a success, or much success, if any at all, and I think it's pretty apparent that that's going to be the case. I gotta admit that Nordavind, they kind of fumbled their chance here a little bit. They certainly had a pretty good start. Their mid-game, though, mid-rounds were a little bit shaky. Perhaps indecision was the one big killer of all, and they did lose, I believe, 2 or 3 retakes. So there's that, you know, that's 2 or 3 additional rounds that you've lost. Perhaps you could have improved your afterplant and anything of the like. But they also had some nice sequences and obviously a few lucky breaks themselves. So we can't really say that it was that bad. But in any case, 8-6 and a full buy for Nordavind. The last round is here. I'll see how it plays off. The op is on Holzerk, of course, as expected. Robo wielding his own. And Renefaction, he's going to be boosted. Awarded the kill. Lollipop, again. There's the refrag, and Lollipop finds the second. This is amazing. Lollipop has done a beautiful job right now, and he's going to find the third. Oh my god, Lollipop finally is caught in the end, but Box is hot on the heels of the bomb carrier Holzerk. And this could come to work perfectly in favor of Nemiga. He spots him as well. Boggs, this is it. If he gets the kill, if he gets the timing right, he could be winning the whole half for Nemiga right here. Look at the flank. It's all that matters. Holzerk not ready. There's the kill. And Boggs, he's done his duty. Rubino 1-on-2.
And a 1-on-2 that's going to be incredibly hard to win as well. Able to at least reposition himself toward the top of water. Try and sit a little safe. And 20 seconds just passed on the defuse itself. Rubino touches out Robbo. And knows where the final man is as well. Down to 29
so
though.
Smart,
and that's going to be so hard, but there's no time left, I don't think.
No time. No time. There is no time. He's too late. About a second, half a second too late. Yes, he's about a half a second too late. It is going to be the end. 8-7. And it's Nordavind winning on top of Rubino clutching it off with the last round, or more so the last second bomb explosion. Well performed. Certainly something I did not expect at the end of all.
Yeah, me neither. And that's going to see a very close end to the first half. No one having an incredible fragging game. Double figures for every single member of Nemiga, though. Confident out of them, to say the least. But of course, that's going to decide who takes the stance in the second half of winning that pistol and advancing in a couple of rounds. We'll see that, of course, after a short commercial break from the main sponsor of this tournament, Loot.bet.
Lootbet. Made for live betting.
And welcome back. Second half, second pistol. It's all coming down to this. It's 8-7 in favor of Nemiga. Something we'd never thought would say on on Overpass of all maps. But certainly a successful half for Nemiga and a very well thought out methodical play on their CT side. Now it's time to show how well they can excel up against the CT side of Nordavind, though. It's going to be, of course, the second half, the second pistol, and we are starting off pretty strong. It's going to be an early play towards A by the looks of it. Nemiga, they've got a bit of a different plan in mind than what we've seen in the first half, or at least for the starting point. Oh,
Oh
okay.
my
So, I guess that
Ozark
works.
finds one. Rubino takes out a second. I actually thought it was Rubino that found that shot, not going to lie. Thought it was a beautiful flick out of him, but unfortunately not. Would have been nice. Not that it particularly matters, though. Robbo taking down Rubino, back into a 4 versus 3. No utility on this T side, though. No flashes to assist them, and as Croman takes down Lollipop. Even at 4 versus... Oh, never mind. Swift takedown, Ozark and Croman. They'll find themselves the pistol, tied up at 8-8, and their CT side starting out well so far. Even the producer thought it was Rubino with that flick. Because we just saw the replay. It definitely did, which I thought was... I thought that was him actually getting the kill, but either way, 8-8. Should be 9-8 with the full eco that Nemiga take. No bomb plants. They will be buying into AKs for the next round, but it gives that CT side the chance to at least reinstate their lead for the next round.
Indeed. It gives them an opportunity to wake up, try and battle Nordavind's CT setup. And I have to admit, Nordavind, I was not sure how Inferno went down, or will go down, as that was kind of the dark horse in the map pick of Nemiga. They proved themselves very well on the CT side, and right now Holzert being a little bit ballsy, getting the single kill, will be caught red-handed with Lollipop taking him down. Jo finds Stensky as well. Quite a little bit of damage dealt early on. The Molotov deploys though, and Jo, he's got the bomb. Jo, what are you doing, buddy? That is a mistake by Jo, and it will cost Nemiga the round most likely. Lollipop still gets a kill though, and he's got a FAMAS. A 2v1 and a clutch round remaining as Lollipop in the end will be caught, will be taken down. Nordavind, of course, securing themselves the victory, securing themselves an important round as a whole. But that was not particularly too well thought out by Holzerk. I think his early push was, or more so, at least his push into Banana was a bit of a mistake. Could have definitely played it a little bit better.
Yeah, and I could have seen maybe a little bit of a better outcome of the round itself, but Eco's not going to be too fussed, I guess. This will see Nemiga going into that gun round. It would have been nice to put that bomb down at least, get a little more money in the side. Potentially could have forced out an AWP.
Damn.
Box gets dinked down into submission. Tensi, I'm pretty sure, was spotted
Or
in
heard.
connector as well. MDS, yeah, one of the two, if not both. And that will see MDS aggressing towards top of the stairs, but Tenski's already a mile and a half away. And Jo checking Fountain. Has to be very cautious. Nordavind like to push toward Fountain as well, so you can never not check that position for someone that could just be residing there. Beautiful flashbang out of his teammate. I assume would have been Holzerk from the back of the bomb site. Beautiful flash to assist the first kill, and with Box down to 6 points of health. This now not only gives a first kill, but basically a second as well. A single bullet away from death, and Holzerk, he even spots info as well. This now gets way easier for Nordavind to manage, although the rest of Nemiga have rotated around toward the B bomb site, which could at least be a surprising factor for Nordavind. But they seem to have a solid setup to be able to work this out.
Yeah, they do. I mean, Nordavind, so far unflinching and definitely unwavering in their defense as a whole. Red faction, we can see the wiggle peak. Holzerk gets himself a kill on short Banana. And Box, Box is low, but it's Lollipop actually that gets caught in Monster. MDS refrags, but this gives the signal to Nemiga, or more so to Nordavind, that this is going to be a B play, a B attempt, and it certainly is. And Roman, the smoke deployed by Nemiga, actually. That's kind of funny to see. 6 seconds left. They will be saving, obviously. So no real chance to win the round anymore. But that was, again, a bit of a closer call. As the faction falls, things could have turned wildly back in favor of Nemiga. If they were fast enough to react, or if they were at least close enough to react, things could have gone differently. But it is as it is, and we are going to be seeing, of course, I presume, an eco coming out from Nemiga. They've got 2 saved rifles that they pulled out from the last round, but they're not going to have much more than that. Or 3, excuse me. They're going to buy up. Never mind, it's not a save, it is a buy. 3 AKs, a Deagle, and a CC. I don't know. I'm not particularly fond of this kind of buy, unless they can get an early kill and get some round momentum going. They'll have a hard time breaking this defense again.
Yeah, and that's the thing, especially with 2 players significantly lacking with the weaponry department. Yes, Robbo does have decent utility to work with, but overall not going to be bring in too much to the table in the form of firepower. So that's the one limitation of going for a round like this. You want to be able to bag the first kills, most likely or preferably in close scenarios where you can then give rifles to your opponent, oh sorry, to your teammates. You can get them onto those rifles and AUGs and anything like that. But up to now, it seems that Nordavind will be going for more of a passive setup, not wanting to aggress, and that will see Nemiga heading down toward that B-bomb site. All 4 players, apart from Robbo, to head up toward that monster, pushing already toward the left side. And a 1-for-1 trade quickly that results in Lollipop finding a kill, but Rubino to close him down. And as Radifaction bags one of his own as well, it seems like the round is all but done. So the last man in a 1 versus 3, and that's not going to mean particularly too much. 11-8. Nordavind, even though they allow Nemiga to plant and should be able to rebuy this round, are now starting to build themselves a nice little barrier on the CT side as they begin to start to feel way more comfortable now that they're getting that momentum in their favor.
Yeah, and this is the same thing that happened on Inferno, if you remember. It was kind of in the same manner, really. Nemiga, they had a pretty good... well, I mean, the first half not, but the second half started off pretty well for them. They obviously started in the upper, so went onto the CT side, made things easier for themselves. But again, they were at least able to recuperate with a few rounds gained back. Although Nordavind, this seems like a whole nother beast, doesn't it? Every single gun round we've seen go to Nordavind so far was very one-sided, besides the 2 rounds where they were actually in a clutch one-on-one setup. But for the most part, really, Nordavind have been just dominating this landscape. There's not really much Nemiga have been given a chance of with. And Densky, he's blinded off. Sprays through the blind flash, or was it through the flashed, I guess you could say, eye blinder, in a way. Does tag onto Robo a little bit. But a minute left. Nemiga, I love the slowdown again. They want to make sure they don't get caught off too soon. Or too early, at least, before they start off their engagement. Oh, the bomb, though. It's left in T-base. Again, Nemiga bomb drop. Oh, Lord.
Ooh, Tensky, though, gets caught out. Holzuk finds a frag of his own. That bomb finally to be recollected. That might even see Nemiga group up towards A and hit the site hard, and it will be at least 35 seconds on the clock to work with. Box to take out Rubino, however, and that now makes it a little more difficult for Nordavind to be able to hold. Holzuk has to find at least one of these kills down toward the A site if he wants to protect, and as he hears the players encroaching, traded back straight away. Perfect out of Nemiga so far, and into a 3 versus 2 that sees Radifaction as he tries to aggress, not allowed to. Throw him into a 1v3, and it seems like Nemiga have finally gotten themselves a first T-side round on the board. Luckily, Nordavind not going to be as shabby for economy as Nemiga would like. But with the fact that Tensky and Rubino can't afford the purchase, it will maybe affect their judgment going into the next round. But even so, solid out on Nemiga to make sure they get a first on the board, keep in an AWP as well, and 3 players is always a good success at the end of a round.
Indeed it is, and I mean, it gives them hope for this second map. It gives them hope that they can still win this best of 3 series. Obviously, it's going to be difficult. Obviously, it's going to be coming at a cost, but they can certainly close it out right here, right now. Nemiga, 9-11. 2 rounds to tie, 2 rounds to perhaps turn it all on its head and really, really just start, you know, smashing it together, getting some control, getting some, I guess you could say, baseline from which point they can get the advantage on. But let's see how it plays off. Holzuk, he's got a glass cannon. He's a little bit soft. 51 HP, MDS. Frags back, but it's Radifaction that finds the first, actually. Wait a second. Nordavind again, an entry awarded.
Great thing about them is they get a lot of entry kills. Notice that along the games that we've been watching them play, they're always at least 70% of the time able to bag that first entry. Drawn out though by the flashbang though, Tensky. We'll see him traded back. At least a little bit of damage to be done in return. MDS down to 24, but even so, we'll be making their lives just a little harder. Holzuk to be dropped down to 51 as well, so can't be as strengthy as they would like. And as Robbo takes out Radifaction, That now makes life a lot more difficult for Nordavind. 4 versus 3, and even with Croman playing this sort of position, going to be hard to hold down the B bomb site. They do have Box going to be lingering from Connector as well.
Yeah.
As Croman has to be very, very careful. 40 on the clock. Robbo
he's gonna
diving in, but gonna get shut down. Croman to land the
Oh,
first.
the pop flash as well. It blinds Jo. It stops him for at least a few seconds more. Buys time to Holzer to set up to get 1, get 2. That's Holzer. And he's ready for the third. MDS, he's coming from Monster. Low HP though. And this turning out to be a 12-9 pretty soon. Seems to be quite a reality right now. Nemiga. They have to stop this if they can. More so MDS has to. Otherwise, that's the economy being broken completely. And that's most likely the round gone. And Holzer, he's going to finish it off. 12-9. What a success.
Incredibly. To close down a round like that, especially when Nemiga looked very solid. Once Robbo traded back Radifaction and made it a 4v3, you're thinking, this surely has to go to Nemiga. They take over the bomb site now. But as soon as Croman found that first kill, slowed them down entirely. That was the round in itself. And Nemiga, they're going to be now feeling a lot of the pressure on this T side to be able to perform, have to get themselves back to a winning position, and they're going to try and utilize a fast Mac 10 B rush. I've got to say, if there's any weapons to take this rush with, it's
Oh no.
Mac 10s, but diving through smoke is always going to cause a lot of downfall.
Man.
4 kills already confirmed, and Box just has to sit with his head in his hands, getting his shoes soggy in the water, and that's all he'll be able to get out of this round. That's 13-9, and most likely 14 as well. And Nemiga, their economy is not going to support them for the next, especially with that bomb in the middle of absolutely nowhere, locked down by those CTs. And Nordavind, that was the perfect round to win. As long as they win that one, they're going to get themselves one more, at least 80% confirmed with the economy. Yes, Robbo has 1,300, but the rest down to pretty much broke. They might be able to force some pistols and Kevlar, but overall, Nemiga had to win either one of these 2 previous rounds, and not doing so puts them at a very unfortunate position that they most likely will see 14 and 15 very soon.
Smack.
Box, nice little shot onto Croman though.
Yeah, nice
Rubino to close him down.
Well, as you said though, it was a nice attempt. That's pretty much all they can do in this case. Nemiga, they will take a tactical pause most likely. Could be Nordavind actually. We've seen that they took a tactical pause on the 14th point off there on Inferno, so it wouldn't be surprised if they also want to discuss their options. But it's Nemiga, of course, and they've got a full buy in their hands. I mean, if you can call it a full buy even. There will be very little utility. They do have 2 smokes currently, make it 3. Lollipop, he's not going to have enough for a smoke though. Yeah, flashbangs, yeah, that's all he has. So 3 smokes, 4 flashbangs, and a Molotov. Sounds like a bad dad joke. It really is, actually. I mean, the economy itself is a bit of a joke. Nemiga, they can't afford to lose this. This will be 15 and serious point to Nordavind if Nemiga are unable to win, as they will go on to an eco next. If they plant, they might be awarded a chance to rebuy. But it's going to be very, very hard, and we're about to find out. The game is continuing. There is no more pause, and well, there is an up on Holzer, and we've seen what he's been capable of doing up to this point. And when you fire him up on all cylinders, we all know how it all can turn.
Yeah, and especially considering that he's one of the more solid AWPers that we've seen in this playoff bracket thus far, it's going to be very dangerous to have him at his most comfortable state. Not too sure whose smoke that was, considering it's landed on the train platform, but fair enough. It'll see Nordavind at least a little bit confused. Nemiga this time, full focus down toward this B site. Radifaction to be drawn out, at least Croman to land the first, but that's all he'll get out of it this time. But look at Radifaction. They saw him back away from this position, but they have 100% not seen him go back into it, and at least gets a kill out of it. But Box is able to close down in return. Back into a 3 versus 3. Rubino blocked off by the smoke. Would have been nice for him to get a shot, but not going to happen as Robbo deleting him off of the face of the earth and into a 3v2. It seems like Nemiga, they've finally been able to break open this A bomb site. Robbo burning heavily, and he's down to 28, 50 seconds on the clock, and definitely time to work this. Smoke on short.
Imagine,
beginning to dissipate. Holzer taking out Robbo. And that's the worst part into a 2 versus 2.
I already see this.
Yeah,
That's
oh
what I
my
saw.
God.
Oh, man. That is so bad, Nemiga. Oh, Lord. I saw that before Tensky did it. I predicted that in my mind because, yeah, that Holzer, those are some crazy shots. I have to say. I mean, there's
He's
really
so
no...
solid.
Yeah, that's just an amazing player in his own right, and he is hitting those tough shots. The first one especially was the best of all into water, where he just saw the top of the head and he went for it and he delivered. What I wanted to say is Tensky. As soon as I saw him slow walk towards smoke on short, I was like, he's gonna deny the plant. Because Nemiga, they didn't even attempt to plant, because if they did, maybe Tensky pushes through the smoke, gets killed, and then it's back to a 1-on-2 for Holzer. But instead, by the time they decided to actually put the bomb down, the smoke was gone in Nordavind. Well, they just take full advantage of that. Tensky in toilets is going to be supported by Rubino through long. There are 5 players about to gather towards that position. It's an A play. I like it. I really do. Rubino, though, he's the first man to spot a few at least. There's the pop flash. And needs to be careful. There's not one to die here, although Tensky, he's got the off angle. Yeah, that's good enough. MDS, very accurate. Able to get one at least. Lollipop, slow walks. The timing here. Oh, Tensky pulls out a nade. Drops the AK and the AUG. Back to a 3-on-3.
Oh my God.
Okay.
He's been hitting shot after shot this game. Incredible performance out of him, and that sees it back into a 3 versus 2. MDS and Lollipop. Only a Desert Eagle onto MDS himself, and that's going to be very, very weak. Seeing them down into a 3 versus 2, and with only 30 seconds on the clock, they essentially have to full commit toward the B bomb site. Connect a door open, give some information toward Nordavind themselves. Smoke and a flash to follow. That should now draw out the rotates. They have the player inside of heaven that can fire down. I assume it's Holzerk on his AWP, but there it is. Not that it even matters. 15-9. And series point, not just map point, series point for Nordavind. A full buy at least in the hands of Nemiga. They can try and prevent this for as long as possible, but Nordavind, if they look solid on Inferno on that CT side, they've looked absolutely unbreakable on this CT side.
Yeah, pretty much. Nemiga, they seemingly have no response to Nordavind's performance, more so Nordavind's setup. The op on Holzerk has been absolutely terrific. I haven't seen a round where he's missed a shot yet, at least not that I remember, as opposed to yesterday, for example, where it was it was
it Snatchy?
Yeah, Snatchy, yeah. Thank you for reminding me. Snatchy missing pretty much 90% of his shots, but Holzerk delivers again, and he's gonna get himself the entry as Nordavind are gonna be up a man on the 15th, on the series point. Nemiga about to be not eliminated, but dropped down to the elimination bracket as Croman finds another. Robo responds, that's a good call as MDS will peek out Tensky. Gets himself back to a 3-on-3, but just as I say it, Rubino, he is lightning fast to respond. The bomb dropped in T-base. Box sneaks in through CT, or excuse me, through long in towards side. As he is going to win the duel against Redifaction at least. There's that. But Croman, the timing. The timing is perfect, and it's 35 seconds. This is it. Robo, the primary AWP player of Nemiga, has to make a play, has to make this one work. A 1-on-2 clutch run against both players.
Oh, he's already been heard.
Yeah, they know this. Rubino, that's a free kill for him. He doesn't need to make a sound, and he gets the free kill. There it is. 69. Wow. Final score, gentlemen.
That's crazy out of Nordavind. Considering how well they have played that series, even last season of Loot Bet, we wouldn't have considered them to be in this sort of position. They've made a lot of improvements. Holzerk being absolutely solid in this series. 28 frags, topping the leaderboard as a primary AWP. Just shows how good he's been this game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just the sheer will Nordavind is showing in these games, in the rounds they won, is amazing. I mean, you can see the determination when they when they actually decide to go aggressive, they won't back out halfway or they won't do it half-assed. They commit to it even if they die. They lost a few rounds because of it, but they made it work. They bent the game to its will and they won because of it. And unfortunately for Nemiga, that will mean they will drop down to the lower bracket where they will be facing off elimination in their last best of 3 potential series to play. But of course, it's not the end of the road. It is still the elimination bracket to play through. And I mean, they're going to have 3 more maps or 2 more maps at the minimum to have a chance to remain in this tournament itself. But in any case, that will be all for today, everybody, as we have Nordavind defeating Nemiga very successfully, very nicely so. And of course, on top of that note, we'll be ending the stream. Of course, before we do say our goodbyes, a big shout out to the main sponsor of the tournament, Loot.bet. And if you, of course, enjoyed the stream and the cast and everything in between, check us out on Twitter, myself at Overseard or Kieran at WertexKieran. But I think that's all for today. And until tomorrow, until we return with Tricked versus Windstrike, the last best of 3 for the playoffs, we will take a short, well, we'll have our goodbyes, and we'll see you guys on the next broadcast.
LootBet. Made for live betting.
I need to know if you'll give me a second chance. They don't come around often, but please, you know I can't stand it when you don't talk to me. When you don't talk to me, yeah. There's something inside, yeah, there's something inside that brings me back to you, yeah. No, I can't hide it, no, I can't hide it anymore. Seem to get you off my mind, and I know it's true, and I'll say this to you, I want you back. There's something inside, yeah, there's something inside that brings me back to you, yeah. No, I can't hide it, no, I can't hide it anymore.
now, passing